Hey, welcome to the channel. Today I want to talk about tail bags, specifically the Givi UT807B Ultima-T 20-liter tail bag. Now what I'm going to go through today is why I decided I wanted a tail bag, the criteria I was looking for in a tail bag, and then I'll go through the features and functionality of this particular tail bag, and then I'll show you everything that I carry with it when I'm traveling. So stick around and we'll talk about the Givi UT807B Ultima-T 20-liter tail bag. Okay, reasons I decided to go with a tail bag is I had a really big tank bag that I was using that was about 15 liters. It was huge. I wanted to reduce the size of my tank bag, but I also wanted to make sure I was still able to carry stuff with me without putting it in a backpack. All right, some of the things I needed to take out of the tank bag and put somewhere else on the bike was a tire puncture repair kit, which includes a small electric compressor. I also carry a hand pump, and then everything that I need to plug a tire. So I needed a place to put that. I also wanted a place to put just miscellaneous straps, and then if I'm doing a day ride, I've got a place to put snacks, drinks, sandwiches, whatever else I'm going to take without having to carry a backpack. I don't mind carrying a hydration pack, which is some water and a few small things, but I didn't want to start carrying big backpacks. It starts hurting my shoulders, neck, and even my back. So I didn't want that weight. So that led me to start looking for a tail bag. Now, some of the criteria I had is I didn't want a top box. They're huge. They're, in my opinion, they're clunky, and you have this massive amount of space that if you can't fill it, things are just going to bounce around in there. So that wasn't going to work for me. I also wanted a tail bag to be waterproof without having to put the bag around or put the cover around the bag. I don't like that setup. I've used it before. I've had the covers that go on the bags blow off, and I wanted something that was just internally made to be waterproof. And then I also, because I didn't want like a hard top case, something that was considered to be on the soft category, but I still wanted it to have some rigidity to it, some structure. So the criteria I had was very limiting on what I could go with. And I also didn't want it to be huge. I was looking for something between 15 and 20 liters. So something small, soft, waterproof, and so that made it challenging to find things. When I started my search, I was having a difficulty finding exactly what I wanted at what would be considered a reasonable price. So I did finally find this particular bag that Givi makes. And some of the things that I really liked about it was that it's 15 liters, normally compressed, and then it has this expansion that brings it up to 20 liters, which was perfect for me. The exterior zipper, which I'll get a good view of all this, the exterior zipper is waterproof, and if I did want to lock it, I could lock it. And then internally, and I'll show you when I go through everything, internally it has a bag in there that you can roll down to waterproof everything on the inside. So this met the criteria that I was looking for. I think I paid around $120, $130, so it wasn't necessarily cheap, but functionally it has worked really, really well. The other thing that I like about it is it has locking buckles. It has straps on all four corners that are built into the bag itself. So if, depending on how much space you have, you can just ratchet it down with these and then lock the buckle. It also comes with four external straps. So if you have other ways that you need to lock it down, other strapping points, you do have some other options. Because I have a tail rack, it makes it really easy just to put it on here. And this is, well, you can see this is really secure, and I've traveled all over with this and I've been really, really pleased with it. It does have MOLLE webbing on here on the front and the back. I usually keep my tripod strapped on the back here, so I like that. It makes it convenient for getting stuff out, and I keep carabiners all over this thing. So opening it up, it has a mesh liner in the lid, and I keep a variety of things in here. I'll keep straps, I keep my pin lock visor in here, I'll keep some zip ties and owner's manual, just whatever I want in there. So I like having this mesh lid, and then This will be hard to see. I will zoom into this, but the top has this roll down liner that keeps all the contents in here waterproof. So it velcros together and then rolls down several times, and then you can clip it over. Now I've used mine quite a bit. I've overstuffed this a number of times with the amount of off-road riding that I've done and some of the more pokey things, I guess, or things that I shouldn't have been putting in here. I've worn a few holes in the top, but that's probably close to 20,000 miles, and a fair amount of that off-road. Let's see, what else can I say about the bag? It has a handle on this other side that I'll show if you want to take it off. In its current configuration, using these straps, I can get it off really fast. If I need to put something underneath it because of other luggage considerations like roto packs, I can put a roto packs on there and strap this down on top if I'm not sure exactly what the gas situation is going to be where I'm going. So yeah, that's what's there. Size-wise, you might be wondering what size it is, so I brought a tape measure. I forgot to look it up, and it is approximately 15.5 inches wide, and I'll put the metric on the screen, and it's kind of bulging out here, but about 9 inches in depth, and fully expanded it is about 8 inches tall. When it's shrunk down, it's about 7 inches tall. So it gives you an idea of how big this is in the capacity. Now, some of the reasons why I went with this particular tail bag, and I wanted a tail bag, is because of what I carry. So we'll go through that real quick. I mentioned I carry owner's manual, some straps, pin lock in this top lid. I've even carried soap if I need to wash my hands quickly, extra straps when I'm traveling, Velcro straps. It's basically just a catch-all in here, things that I want to get to quickly. When I went and did, if I'm going to do a lot of off-road riding, once I get somewhere, I'll put some motocross gloves in here so I can take those out and put my heavier leather gloves in here. So just the convenience of having this has been great. Now, I'd already gone through this roll top. So for the traveling that I do, if this was going to be a longer trip, I would have a number of snacks in here so I can pull on the side of the road, pull snacks out real easily, and I don't have to unload a lot of stuff to get to it. It's the convenience of having it here. I carry extra cameras. I carry a lot of camera equipment, at least a lot of camera equipment for me when I travel. So I've got a small action camera. I usually use this for time lapses if I'm in a good place for a time lapse. I carry a couple battery backup packs, so if I need to charge stuff at campsites, I can do that. And this bag has miscellaneous camera stuff, batteries, cables, memory cards. I've got AC plugs, so if I'm somewhere that has power, I can plug in and charge everything up. And then we've got some extra straps in here. But more importantly, what fits in here really well is my drone. I have a Spark, it's smaller, but I think some of the others, the case size footprint is about the same. So I can put my drone in here and still have room for my puncture kit. Now this might seem big for a puncture kit, but I have a small portable battery powered compressor in here with everything I need to fix a puncture. And then I also have a hand pump in the event that the compressor doesn't work or something happens, which is always the case. I always carry a hand pump. So those are all the things that I carry inside of this bag and why I have found it to be so valuable. Alright, so that's tail bag talk for today on the Givi UT807B Ultima-T 15 to 20 liter bag. I found this thing to be extremely useful, which is why I'm talking about it today. And I think when you start looking at tail bags, there's not a lot of quality options that met my criteria, so this is why I went with this particular bag. And if it's something that you're looking for, hopefully you'll find it as useful as I do. If you have any questions about the bag, maybe something I didn't cover, just leave it in the comments section below. So thanks for watching. I hope you found this useful, and I will see you out there.